G'day mates, how you going? Hoosier Daddy here.
And Hoosier Mama.
And we are having heaps of fun on holiday down here in Australia. This is a recap of day 14, or is it 14 or 13? We've already been down here so long, I'm forgetting what day it is. So yeah, this is day 14. It was our last day in Noosa. And it was a beautiful day. Oh my gosh, Noosa is so beautiful. I wish we could have spent so much more time there. But we got up early, wanted to make the most of the day. We went to this place called Pardon's Fruit Market.
And we saw a cute little doggy. Of course, everywhere we go. I love dogs.
She has to say hi to every dog we meet. But we got some acai bowls and a scone with cream and jam. Oh my gosh, it was a great way to start out the day. Delicious breakfast. But then we went for a hike. We were going to go back down to the beach. And there was this cool little hike that, well, we were walking through town at first. And we went back behind some houses. And this cool little hike through the woods, or through the bush, was full of spider webs. Spiders everywhere. Oh my gosh. We were freaking out just a little bit. I know that most of the spiders down here are harmless. I know what a redback looks like. I know what a funnel web looks like. These were not either of those. They were just big old scary looking spiders up in the trees, and they were everywhere. So we were just having a nice little hike around here through Noosa, and look what I almost walked into. Giant spider, but it's not a redback, so.
I can't really see it in the
Come
video.
from the other side. But you can see it from this side. It's not a redback, so it's relatively harmless.
Oh my gosh, it's two big spider webs. They looked like spiders that we have that we call tomato spiders. With their legs, they're about that big. And their legs are always pointed out in both directions. And they're bright yellow. But yours are like a reddish color. But they look exactly alike.
Yeah. Thank goodness neither one of us got bit. We didn't walk into any spider webs, but it did make for an interesting hike. Then I wanted to go down over by a place called Noosa Spit and Doggy Beach in that area. And there were supposed to be some Noosa botanical gardens and botanic gardens. There really wasn't much to it. It was just like a coastal hike. It wasn't as pretty as we thought it was going to be, and we were getting really frustrated because every time we would try to take a trail out to the beach, there was construction. They had it fenced off, and I don't know what kind of work they were doing, but we ended up making it to this big place where they had, I don't know, a bunch of water shooting out, but they were doing some work. They had it roped off saying that you had to stay back, and it's just this big, ugly, filthy looking fountain. We were taking a hike along the beach and we came upon this beautiful fountain over by Noosa Spit. Look at that, that's so pretty. Oh, but the views here are gorgeous. Look at this.
I think that they were doing construction up the hill and they were trying to get all the sand back out onto the beach.
Yeah. Well, whatever they were doing, it was frustrating. We couldn't get where we wanted to, so we were like, okay, forget this. Let's go get some lunch. At this point, we had been walking so much, not getting where we wanted to go. I mean, there were some, don't get me wrong, there were some pretty areas that over there to hike around, but we needed to cash in our voucher that I had won the previous night from Trivia Night. Since I got that $100 voucher at Four Pines Pub, we took an Uber to Four Pines Pub and had some delicious pub grub. That was my previous video I posted about the pub grub that we had. It was delicious. And then with our bellies full, we decided we would take a more leisurely stroll on the coastal hike, which was up on the northwest part of Noosa, and it had these big cliffs and the really cool trail going along beside it. Some amazing views that were like down on these big rocks with all the waves crashing down on them, and you could climb down in there and in amongst the rocks. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. We could sit there for hours and just watch the waves come in. But it led up to this another beach, which I think was my favorite beach in Noosa. It was a little more secluded. There were quite a few people there swimming, but it wasn't quite as crowded as the main beach since you had to hike up to it. We didn't make it much farther though because we were just enjoying the views and enjoying the ocean. But it was absolutely beautiful. But
and two crabs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the crabs are really cute too. So at the entrance of that coastal hike, if you go off to the other side, that's the entrance to the national park, and there are all kinds of hiking trails. So if you enjoy hiking, there is tons of it in Noosa. Here in Noosa National Park, there are a lot of options for hiking. I wish we had time to do them all. But there's a trail as short as the Palm Grove Walk that's only 15 to 30 minutes. But then you can go on the Coastal Walk, which is 4 hours. It goes all the way around there and back. So we just hiked up around here a little bit. But this is where we're standing, obviously, right now. All kinds of hiking options. It is so beautiful. You could spend days up here if you wanted. Look at that. I wish we had time to see all of this. But we were running out of time, so we had to get back to our hostel to check out and had to say goodbye to Spider or Sparta.
Or Sparta. Okay, so funny story. When we first got there, this dog kept bringing a ball up to me and wanted me to throw it. So I asked somebody what his name was, and she said, Spada. Spada. So I thought it was Sparta, but it was Spider.
I heard Spider. So
Sparta.
He was the cutest dog. Like I said, of course, she has to say goodbye to all the dogs. So we checked out, said goodbye to the dog, and we had a little bit of time before our bus came, so we went to an IGA to get some snacks. We've been loading up on fruit to eat as snacks because we've had some really good fruit down here. And they have this cool machine I've never seen before at the IGA where you could cut your own pineapple. This is pretty cool. It's a machine to cut your pineapple. So you put your cup in there and it says pick a pineapple. So we're going to pick a pineapple and we put it in there. I hope it went right. And then number 3, push the button and see how it does. There's our pineapple all cut up. We made it down to the bus stop waiting on our bus, and I just had to tell you this funny story. So we are sitting here at the bus station in Noosa waiting on our bus to go to Rainbow Beach, and it was quite funny. There was a woman that walked past collecting plastic bottles, and she asked where we were from. We told her Indiana. She goes, "Oh, America, that's where they shoot all the black people." We told her, don't believe the lies, it's not true. I just thought it was funny. So, once again, I want to reiterate, this page is not about politics or religion. I don't want to talk about that, so we're not going to leave any comments in regards to that. I just thought that was funny. So, that was the end of our day at Noosa. Today, we are at Rainbow Beach. We are going to Kagari. I've been calling it Fraser Island, but I guess they switched it back to the original name of Kagari. But we're spending the whole day today at Kagari. So it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you stay tuned so tomorrow we can tell you about that. But I hope you enjoyed coming along on our adventures with us. We will see you again tomorrow. Love you guys.
Mwah.